In the last few hours, 10 News has learned that two sets of family members have been tracked down after a stunning discovery of cremated remains of 9 victims of that infamous Jonestone massacre.
Some 35 years ago, that tragedy captured international headlines. As 10 News reporter Michael Chen reports, a local group with emotional ties to Jonestone is leading the effort to reunite those remains with loved ones. Incredible.
And a very emotional effort. Now, Catherine Dominic once worked as a seamstress, a tractor driver, even an airplane pilot before she arrived in Jonestone. We have just learned, after so many decades, her remains and those of another woman will finally be reunited with family thanks to the work of a local group.
No one is allowed inside the compound.
Some 35 years after the tragedy that captured the world's attention, the emotions have barely faded for Laura Johnson Cole, who survived because she was not living at the main encampment. More than 900 members of the People's Temple, led by American preacher Jim Jones, died in a night of mass suicide and murder in Guyana. For Johnson Cole, the faces of those killed,
a wisp of a person and very friendly,
are dominating her thoughts.
Very self-confident.
After the cremains of 9 victims were discovered inside marked containers in an old funeral home in Delaware. It's unclear how they ended up there, but authorities identified them and have been leaning on Johnson Cole and the San Diego-based Jonestone Institute to reunite the remains with family members. Rebecca Moore, who lost 2 sisters and a nephew at Jonestone, co-founded the institute.
Just really a feeling of bringing people back home. My own motivation really is to treat the dead with respect.
We're inside the archives of the Jonestone Institute, from books and original letters from Jonestone to these cassettes, recordings from Jim Jones.
He said, "Thy kingdom come."
The group has compiled all their data onto a website, including a list of those killed, birth dates, family, and other information. Investigators credit the group with helping them track down family members for 7 of the remains, including 2 sets of loved ones in the past few hours.
We're a family, and so I think that all of these things are very important as members of my family come back and are kind of given their place.
Now, the latest family members to be tracked down, those of Irene Mason, that happening in the past 2 hours. 2 sets of remains remain unclaimed. After 30 days, they will be buried at an Oakland cemetery with other unclaimed remains from Jonestone. Michael Chen, 10 News.